He once scored 43 goals in NHL Hockey 93 for the Sega Genesis. And on Seis de Mayo this year, he was sitting in an empty Mexican restaurant wondering why people don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo on Seis de Mayo. And on May 6, 2010, during the flash crash, he actually saw a flash. It's UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. It is now June 28th. It was June 27th only moments ago. Once again, I'm up late, providing you with the most up-to-date option information possible, if that's at all possible. It's UPB here. Thanks so much for joining me. I had a great day, even though I traded just for a couple hours, but sometimes in the option trading market, when you're trading options, just a couple hours could make your life. Back in April, I guess it was April 2008, when Google made that enormous move from the 400s to the 500s on earnings. And yeah, if you just traded Google for a couple minutes before the close on Thursday and a couple minutes after the open on Friday, you would have been sitting on, gosh, thousands upon thousands of percent of profit. So in the options market, a couple minutes means everything. So yes, it did mean a lot for option traders for MOS. It's a stock I actually got into today, trading the options for downside, buying the puts. I got the 5250 puts at 21 cents, posted them in the chat room, and plenty of profit to be made there had you listened to my call. Just a very amazing call. I'm just amazing. Amazing guy. I am, really. Just spectacular. Let me pat myself on the back. Oh, yeah. Moss had a great day up until the end of the session. Look at this, the 5-day chart. Let's pull back and just zoom in here. The 2-day, we had the spike up yesterday. Had the spike up again today, and right about here was when I was looking into the puts at about $54.42. I got in at the 21 cent price for the 5250s. Let me say that 3 times twice. And ultimately, they hit a low of 15 cents. So had you listened to me, you weren't so happy right at the start. But had you waited a little bit, did your research, checked it out, made sure MOS was going to decline, because you were just so confident like I was. And ultimately it did. Those 21-cent puts I bought ended up hitting 40 cents at the close. And I think we could be seeing a further decline, which would be great for those puts. We get down to, say, where this gap up started on Tuesday. We're looking at about $51. Those puts could be worth potentially $1.50. Woohoo! That'd be a 7-bagger. That's all I'm going to give you here. I mean, what do you want from me? What do you want? The USO calls I posted this week. Look at the USO. Nice gap up. We had the decline yesterday. Some of you might have got shook out. I didn't. I got in down here yesterday. I'm sorry, on Monday. You can look it up. I got the 2950s for, I believe they were 53 cents. I got out today at 84 cents. Great day for USO and a great day to be getting out, locking in your profit. That was a great profit. If you were to play that, say, 500 bucks, you could have sold for a nice $400 profit. Let's move on. How about US Steel? It's a stock I always talk about. It's a 5% move waiting to happen. And today we got that move. Just a massive move off its lows. The stock went well almost to $20, meaning the $19 calls that were at 20 cents this morning went $1, almost $1 in the money. Great trade. Let's go to Goldman Spectacular. Also a stock that I was looking at today, looking at the $95 calls. Ultimately, they went from pennies to about 35 cents. They closed it, I think, at 32 cents. Just a great move. A lot of the agriculture stocks like Monsanto. Great move today for Monsanto, over $80. Faded off its high. Monsanto continuing to make its way higher, much like pot. No, I don't like pot. I like MOS better. Pot, whenever I trade pot, I get the munchies, and I get a little paranoid. So I stick with MOS. Now, if you have MOS pot, well, if I had MOS pot, I'd probably get really paranoid. So I try and stay away from MOS and pot. Just like MOS or pot. One or the other. Not both at the same time. Pot was up 1.44%. MOS and pot, let's see, if you go to MOS was up 0.6%. So if you look at the stock that I picked for a decline, I could have went MOS or pot. I got pretty good with MOS. Got lucky. How about CF? I was looking at the 185s today, right down here. They were going for about 50 cents. I don't even know what they closed at. But point being, they I'm pretty sure they're up pretty nice, about 50 to 75% gain. Once again, as we did with MON, MOS, POT, CF had a nice spike up today and faded, and then kind of like, we're going to go higher, and then just meandered. Pretty much, if you didn't get in or out about an hour and a half into the trading session, your options just kind of like petered out. You might end up with just what you started with. So pretty boring day. Overall, stocks. Who knows what's going to happen? What I do see happening, I stepped out for half a day. This is why I keep my resistance and support lines always. This is the SPY. This is the Spider S&P 500 ETF. And you can see why I keep my support and resistance lines here, because you never know what's going to happen. We had the bear flag, fell down. This is the inverted head and shoulders. Played out exactly as it should have. And then we have a kick back up. And if you were in my chat room today at optionmillionaires.com, it's telling you the SPY was heading towards 133.35 because of this blue line. And I was saying that down here. We ultimately spiked, fell, and I was gone midday, before midday. And look how we just tried to break through it and just couldn't. And then tried again at the end of the day and just couldn't. I mean, these support resistance lines are just so key to have. I always have them up. Send me an email at upbstock.gmail.com. And, maybe I'll let you know where my support resistance lines are for every stock out there. Fat chance of that. Just kidding. But you can always send me an email. Just tell me how much you like me. Because, I don't know. That sounded kind of weird. All right, it's UPB here from optionmillionaires.com. It's trying to be funny. Was that funny or what? I don't know. Anyway. I do have a live trading class tomorrow, so if you want to hop on there and tell me how much you like me then. All right, I guess not. I'll have about 3 people there, and I'll just pat myself on the back like I always do. All right, UPB here from optionmillionaires.com. It's June 28th. I'll have some great option trades for you tomorrow. I probably won't do a live video, but I'll have them in the forum. So once again, thanks for tuning in. I did score 43 goals. I'm unstoppable. Never been beaten. I could probably do it blindfolded. I could pick the worst team back then, NHL 93, San Jose Sharks. Okay, you could be the All-Stars, and I'll still beat you. I think they were expansion that time. All right. Once again, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Have yourselves a great night. I got to get to bed. Goodbye.